Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And a shot today coming from our Sky-Fi tower camera at Apple Annie's overlooking the beautiful town of Kashmir. And you can see low clouds hanging over the mountains and the Cascades throughout most of the day today, and that really didn't allow our temperatures to warm up all that much. In fact, well below normal once again for high temperatures today. And we've got big weather changes headed our way. We will begin to see some snow begin to fall. That'll probably be in our overnight hours. So this is our snow forecast for overnight and for Friday, where we could see from 1 to 2 inches of snow here in the Wenatchee area. Of course, up to our northwest, in the mountains, a little bit more snow, and the northeastern mountains of Washington. As we move forward into Sunday and into Monday, once again, another 1 to 2 inches of snow is possible. I think most of that will come once again overnight Sunday and into our day on Monday. We will have more on the 2 storm systems headed our way coming up in a little bit later on in our newscast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. 2 bills in the state legislature take aim on plastics, with one proposing a statewide ban on single-use plastic bags and the other banning plastic straws. We have reactions. Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett was against the gun initiative I-1639, but says it's his duty to enforce it. And we'll have our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. But first, we begin tonight. An out-of-court settlement has been reached between the city of East Wenatchee and the family of a man who was shot to death by a police officer 2 years ago. Cameron Ayers was shot by former police officer Caitlin Wilkins during a traffic stop. Wilkins shot Ayers as he sat in the back seat of a car parked in a private driveway on Bellevue Street. Ayers was a convicted felon who was wanted on an outstanding arrest warrant. The wrongful death lawsuit was filed in U.S. District Court in Spokane by Cameron's family and the victim's estate. Mayor Steve Lacy says he was satisfied with the settlement amount.
Settlement, in my opinion, and I participated to some degree in some of the discussions, was a good settlement for the city. There was no real issue in the case regarding whether or not the city was at fault for a violation of civil rights. And so the real question was what specific damages flowed from that action. And given that posture, I thought the settlement that we reached was fair and equitable.
Douglas County Prosecutor Steve Clem said in his report that Wilkins shot Ayers out of fear for her safety. But the prosecutor stopped short of saying the use of deadly force was justified. Lacy says the police department has revised its training and policies regarding the use of deadly force as a result of the incident. The city's attorney, Devin Paulson, says the settlement amount is confidential, but the mayor said it was believed to be around $300,000. 2 bills in the state legislature take aim on plastics, with one proposing a statewide ban on single-use plastic bags and the other banning plastic straws. At an Environment, Energy, and Technology hearing on the straw ban last week, primary sponsor Senator Patty Kuderer of Bellevue, a Democrat, said plastic straws are creating an environmental mess.
Every year, 8 million metric tons of plastics enter our ocean on top of the estimated 150 million metric tons that currently circulate our marine environments. Today, I offer a concrete step to begin reducing our state's contribution to the devastating amount of plastics entering and harming aquatic ecosystems. Thanks to the assiduous record-keeping of global beach cleanup crews, we know that America's beaches are strewn with about 7.5 billion straws. This is harming our aquatic life, and already it's making its way into human consumption. For the majority of us, plastic straws are pretty easy to do without. As a friend of mine told me that he drinks his iced coffee now without a straw, and it tastes exactly the same. We need to be more conscious of what we do to our environment. This is our home, and simply put, single-use plastics are wasteful.
12th District Senator Brad Hawkins told NCWLIFE News he's hesitant to throw his support behind either measure.
My feelings are mixed on those. I am a recycler. I do that faithfully. I'm very proud of that. But I like to use straws. I like to drink out of straws. But my feeling is if local jurisdictions, cities and counties want to take those steps through their elected governance bodies, their local city councils, in working in partnership with their mayors or the county commissioners, if they want to take those actions to prohibit either straws or plastic bags, then that's certainly something that they are welcome to do in their jurisdiction. I'm not sure it's the right step at this stage for the state of Washington as an entire state to make an effort to dictate to a certain county or a city jurisdiction what they can do in their own city.
Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett was a staunch opponent of Initiative 1639. But now that it's become state law, he says he will enforce it. Burnett says he disagrees with some of his counterparts who have vowed not to enforce the new gun control law. Burnett tells NCWLIFE News that would be violating his oath of office.
Oppose it. I don't like it. I think it's a bad law, but I really think we need to let the courts take the process, and hopefully we can have something before that all goes into effect in June or July. I don't feel that it's my job or local officials to decide what is or isn't constitutional, because I think that's I don't like the law. I think it's a bad law. And I think it would be impactful, negative impact to, local law enforcement agencies. Also, the other piece of that I don't like is the fact that it, kind of puts the burden on law-abiding citizens rather than putting harsher penalties on the criminals.
Sheriffs in Adams, Benton, Klickitat, and Yakima counties have announced they will not enforce the law. Burnett also campaigned against the measure and calls it flawed. Adams County Sheriff Dale Wagner is the most recent to announce his decision to not enforce I-1639. He said those who live and reside in Adams County have made this very clear in how we voted in this election with an overwhelming percentage against I-1639. The measure was passed statewide by 60% of the voters. Time now for our weekly Kennel Cameos feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight, NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson introduces us to Scooter the dog.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCWLIFE Channel. We are here with Jenny, the volunteer coordinator at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and joining us this week is Scooter. Can you tell us about Scooter?
Yes, Scooter is about 1 year old. He's a fun, loving, very playful hound. He can escape a 6-foot fence, so if he is in a fenced yard, he needs to be higher than 6 feet tall. He's in our Canine Good Citizen program here at the shelter, so he's learning all his basics. He knows sit, he knows place, he knows down. He's in our play group as well, so he's good with other dogs. He's actually, he's as lovable as they get. So he's a fun hound. I can't say enough good things. We love Scooter here,
Awesome. And if someone wants to adopt Scooter, what should they do?
They should come on down here to the shelter and meet Scooter. If they have another dog, go ahead and bring their dog, meet him, and then if they're interested in adopting him, fill out an application, and he can go home. He's ready.
Scooter, do you have something to say? The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue and is open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Kennel Cameos is supported in part by Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Leavenworth. Not only does the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory have great house-made fudge and super delicious candy and caramel apples, but they also have great doggy treats for your four-legged friends, located at 636 Front Street in Leavenworth. This has been Kennel Cameos at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society.
Coming up next, the Wenatchee School Board is trying to find a way to cut about $5.2 million from the district's budget. And Board President Sonny Hemphill says tough decisions are on the horizon. Eastmont School District Superintendent Garn Christensen received a pay increase and contract extension from the school board this week. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home, too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no-cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Welcome back. In another news, the Wenatchee School Board is trying to find a way to cut about $5.2 million from the district's budget. After numerous public meetings and an online survey, the board on February 12th will begin making decisions. Board President Sonny Hemphill told NCWLIFE that when the 2018 legislature changed the school funding formula, it resulted in the tough decisions they now face.
Roughly 85% of our budget is salaries. And those are the people who teach our children, drive our children in buses, the school nurses, the counselors, the parapros, who are in the classroom every day making school work. The legislature said you can't do that anymore. They took a big chunk of the tax revenue that had been our local levy. And they did. They gave us more money than the state has been giving us in the past. But in taking our local levy, they also took our ability to use those monies specifically in the ways we have in the past. There is a serious shortfall between the money that we would have had under the old system and the money we have. And I'm hearing from people who are specifically concerned about their child's program. And my heart goes out to them. As a parent, when my children were in elementary school, the school district where we lived was hit with massive cuts. And it was difficult. I have, please don't cut counselors. My child needs the music program. My child needs AVID, which is a program for youngsters who come from a family where no one has gone to college before. So it's excellent program. Please don't cut after school. Please don't cut. And then it goes on. Please don't cut anything that touches AP. Please don't touch there as many programs as you can think of. There are people who are concerned that the budget cuts will affect those classes, those programs.
Eastmont School District Superintendent Garn Christensen received a pay increase and contract extension from the school board this week. Christensen received high marks in his annual review and a 3.1% base salary increase from $175,330,000 to $180,765 a year. Christensen, who was hired in 2007, also will receive a 15% boost in compensation he can receive as pay to use or to buy benefits. The contract extension runs through the 2021-22 school year. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Thanks to the help I received at Goodwill,
I have a job. I'm working now. Thanks to Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Thank you, Goodwill.
Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to get you back to work. When you donate to or shop at Goodwill, you're really helping people find work.
Thank you. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
Antique Mall at Cashmere wishes you a happy and prosperous new year. With 15,000 square feet to explore, Antique Mall at Cashmere has something for everyone. For repurposing projects, do-it-yourselfers, and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, this is the place to find your next project. Antique Mall at Cashmere, their friendly staff is here to help you. Stop on by today.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's features story, the Wenatchee Valley Follies Guild is bringing the 70th Follies Show to the stage of the New America Performing Arts Center this weekend. Known as the longest running show in Wenatchee history, Connie Morris and Jamie Donegan stopped by Wake Up Wenatchee Valley this week to talk more about the upcoming show.
Right out of the box, Jamie, does the Wenatchee Valley have talent?
We have a ton of talent. It's amazing. We have about 125 people in the cast. I'd say 3 of them have talent, and they're going to kill me. We have some really great singers. We have excellent dancers. We have people that have never done this before, which is always what I love, is bringing new people to the stage to let them experience something that they've never had before. This is just a great community bonding, feel-good kind of a thing. Everybody works really hard, all walks of life. They come together and make this creation that happens and then goes away just like that.
For people out there who say, what do you mean, what is Follies? What does that word even mean? What is the show? What is the show? Give folks an idea.
What is the show? Right? Well, Follies is kind of, there's this word called perfection, and then there's this word called follies. And follies should just be fun and goofy, although there's some really, actually, sublime would be another for perfection. It's things that are just really rehearsed and practiced, and then there's these things that just could go, you never know where they're gonna go, and you just watch it and hope that it's gonna go in a good direction.
How do you know? Connie's laughing.
I know, she's a main culprit, actually.
Yes. I've gone in the wrong direction.
Go. 70 years ago is when this first started. Is that right? 70 years ago?
November 1948. The first show was held at the old Liberty Theater. Mm-hmm. And it was that was a different guild name than the Junior Wenatchee Follies Guild. Right. You couldn't be over 50 to be in that guild. So those things have changed, obviously. But
so in other words, you wouldn't be.
You're not over 50.
You're not over 50. So.
Well, it's interesting. I think the way it started, a company by the name of Cargill Productions, who Jamie got his start with. Approached Mrs. Vernon Neal, Margaret Neal, about doing this fundraiser. And so they put on their first show, and for the first 50 years, most of the funds went to the hospital, the 2 hospitals, for various items and machines. And then about 1998, I've been in the guild for 25 years, so I've seen some transitions. So you joined the guild when you were 12, just like when Jamie started directing? Wow, that's incredible. We decided to shift our focus to more community-based giving, And so we've given to Mobile Meals, Senior Center, CASA, Women's Resource Center.
They've raised over $1 million in charitable donations in the 70 years. That's a big number.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. But before we get to those details, let's once again take a look outside our weather window at the beautiful town of Cashmere, where it was cool all across North Central Washington today. Only 31 degrees our high temperature. That's 7 degrees now below where we should be. 26 our normal low. We were right there at 27 this morning. 60 degrees our record high, and 71 our record low was 9 below in 1996. Sunrise this morning before 7:30 at 7:28, and the sun set this afternoon at 5:01. Let's put that surface loop in motion, show you what we can expect tonight at 10 o'clock. Cloudy skies, calm wind conditions, but calm before the storm. As you can see, that area of low pressure wrapping itself up off the coast of Washington, and that will continue to move inland as we make our way into our overnight hours. Most of our precipitation should begin about this time, 5 or 6 in the morning. You can see that line of precip right through central Washington. We have a 90% chance of snow during the overnight, and then once again on Friday, we could see 1 to 2 inches of snowfall during the day on Friday. 90% chance as well as we move into our Friday afternoon too. Cloudy skies. Temperatures won't be too bad for tomorrow, but still cold enough to see snowfall as that system makes its way through. By Saturday at 1 o'clock, a break between the storm systems. We'll see a little bit of morning fog, partly cloudy skies then by afternoon. But notice, 2 areas of low pressure still off to our west, and that will make for kind of a mucky Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, a 40% chance of, I think, rain mixed with snow showers, mainly because our temperatures will still be in the upper 30s to around 40. But that all comes crashing down on Monday. We'll still see about a 60% chance of snow and much, much colder temperatures as we move into Monday. An Arctic air mass is sliding into Washington state. And here we go with temperatures by Tuesday. This is bitterly cold air, and we are seeing some cold air as well all over the western United States. It will be sunny, but high temperatures well below zero. Let's take a look at that quick Lube and Tune forecast. 34 today, 29 our overnight low tonight, 90% chance for snow on Friday, and 36. Not bad for our Saturday at 42 degrees. And then as we move into the weekend on Sunday, a 40% chance of rain or snow. Still snow showers on Monday and 31. And then we cool off into the upper 20s as we move into Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Everything we do is about delivering very high quality care and keeping our patients safe.
We really work as a team here, and so that's really what makes it worthwhile.
I give 100% every day, and I do that because I work for a company that I believe gives 100% back to me.
The bottom line is we genuinely care about our employees.
It is the most incredible place to work, and you will be inspired every day.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE Channel.
And a good Thursday to you. The Wenatchee Wild snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 3-2 win at Merritt last night in BCHL hockey. The Centennials led it 1-0 into the second after a first period goal by Matthew Goslin. But A.J. Hodges would tie it 53 seconds into the second frame. Matt Gaszewski would give Wenatchee the lead at the 14:42 mark of the second and score what proved to be the game winner in the third. Merritt would get a late-game goal to make it close, but would run out of time on the night. Art Checker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network, video courtesy of Hockey TV.
As they roll through center, Chip and Chase trying to get in around. Granowitz backhand shot, score. Goslin finishes it off as Granowitz came down the left side, chipped it off the left wing boards, got in around behind Herzog, and then backhanded it right into the slot area. And Matthew Goslin was there for the finish. At 5:04 of the first period, Merritt is on the board. Played by Hodges on the right side. Tough angle, shot off the post as it was ripped by Stratton. Clearing attempt, held in Modry. That shot, tip, score! A.J. Hodges with the redirection. Modry took a shot from the right point. And the tip in front just below the hash marks up over the shoulder of Roden. And the Wild have knotted it up at 1. Met there by Matsui. Reifenberger in to help. Extracts the puck. Snaps it across. In shot score! Matthew Gosselin. After Reifenberger did a fantastic job of holding the puck over at the right point. Whipped it across into the high slot. And Gosiewski spins and flings it right through the 5-hole. And the Wild have taken a 2-1 lead. And back through center come the Wild. Hastings on the right wing. Back across. Gosiewski shoots. He scores! Oh, what a shot by Matt Gosiewski on the give and go from the right side. And Gosiewski plants a dart upstairs where Grandma hides the Bisquics. And for Matt Gosiewski, his second goal of the night, the Wild now lead it 3-1. Marco Reifenberger will take the draw, and the Centennials hold it in. Mike Van Unen bangs it off the wall, but Reifenberger couldn't get out of the zone. There's a shot by Wicks. That's blocked. Rebound, score. The shot was blocked on the way through, and the rebound fell off to the side, and Nick Granowitz was there, able to sweep home the backhander. Dug out, spun wide of the cage. 6 seconds left to the near corner. Hacked out to center by Stratton, and they're going to run out of time as the Centennials tried to tag up to get onside, but they just flat run out of time, and the Wenatchee Wild grind out a hard-fought road win here tonight.
Wenatchee makes a stop in Penticton tomorrow night to face the division-leading V's at 7 o'clock. Then on Saturday, Wenatchee hosts Vernon on Guns and Hoses night at the Town Toyota Center. Fire and Police will play a game at 5 o'clock, followed by the Wild and Vipers at 7. Wild players will be wearing special jerseys during the game, which will be auctioned off following the contest. This is one of the last 3 home games of the regular season, so no time to waste. Get to the Town Toyota Center box office for your tickets, or go online to WenatcheeWild.com or WenatcheeWildHockey.com for more information. Coming up tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel, it is Hockey Night. We're featuring the Wenatchee Wild's game against Langley at the Town Toyota Center from last Friday. Art Checker has your play-by-play with the puck dropping at 7 o'clock.
We'll be tracking them all for you. The Wild defenseman lost an edge. There's a shot and a score. Mateo Pecchio over on the right side. Hodges helps it out. Centering feed shot. Oh, it hit the post. Rebound, score. A.J. Hodges, after Fletcher's wide open attempt on the near side, clanged off the iron, but the rebound back into the slot, and Hodges was there. He sweeps it home. Power play goal for the Wild. And the game is tied at 1.
Just a little tease for you. You can watch the game in its entirety tonight, 7 o'clock right here on your exclusive home for the television for the Wenatchee Wild, the NCWLIFE Channel. As we look ahead at the NCWLIFE schedule, we'll be back at Wenatchee High School for Panthers hosting Eisenhower tomorrow night. Girls start at 5:45, the boys at 7:30. Grant Olson courtside with your play-by-play. Then on Saturday, Groundhog's Day, we'll have Eastmont and Davis. And Eastmont and Davis. The first is the girls' game from January 5th at 2. Then the boys' game that went right down to the wire will be at 7 o'clock on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Coming up tonight on the Prep Sports schedule, in Caribou Trail League, the Cashmere girls wrap up the regular season looking for their 40th consecutive CTL game win in a row. They'll be at Cascade tonight. Chelan on the road to Tonasket. The Cascade Christian girls host Easton, while Wilson Creek is at Etiette. On the boys basketball schedule for tonight, we have Cashmere that could wrap up a regular season Caribou Trail League title tonight with a win at Cascade. They'll tip it up at 7:15. 7:30, Wilson Creek and Etiette, and Tonasket hosting Chelan. Back to the Les Schwab scoreboard from last night in men's college basketball. Noah Dickerson scored 21 points and grabbed 14 rebounds, while Matisse Thibault added 17 points. Washington remained undefeated in Pac-12 play with a 75-62 win over USC. In the Martin Center, Prince Ali, Moses Brown, and Chris Wilkes each scored 16 points apiece. UCLA ran away from Washington State 87-67. Coming up tonight is number 4 Gonzaga at BYU at 8 o'clock. You can watch it on ESPN2. And in Walla Walla last night, well, despite 31 points from Ashland Burgess, the Wenatchee Valley Lady Knights had their 15-game winning streak snapped, 95-91 in overtime to the Warriors. That's sports. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, everyone.